Have you ever heard of Serena Williams almost dying during childbirth? Let me repeat that. Serena Williams, one of the most dominant tennis players in history, a millionaire and a global icon, almost died giving birth. And not because the hospital lacked equipment, not because there weren't enough doctors, but because they didn't believe her. Right after her C-section, Serena told the nurse that she wanted a blood thinner and a CT scan because she couldn't breathe. She had a history of blood clots. She knew exactly what she needed. But the nurse, instead of trusting her, brushed her off, told her she was probably confused from the meds. Hours later, when they finally ran tests, they found blood clots in her lungs. She survived, but barely. Now, if Serena Williams, who is rich, famous, and educated, can be denied treatment in a hospital, what happens to the rest of us? Hi, I'm Vihaan Dsouza, and I'm here to talk about medical discrimination. Firstly, medical discrimination doesn't always look like abuse. Sometimes it's polite and easy to miss, like a nurse saying, "You're fine," or a doctor not running a test, or a device giving you the wrong reading and nobody noticing. And it happens in two main ways: in the technology we use and the people we trust to use it. Let's start with the tech. During COVID, millions of people used pulse oximeters, that little clip on your finger that tells you how much oxygen you have in your blood. But here's what most people don't know, is that they don't work as well on darker skin. They often overestimated the oxygen levels in Black and brown patients, meaning during a global pandemic, thousands of people were sent home completely untreated because their device said they were fine. And this isn't a new discovery by any means. Scientists discovered this issue decades ago, but the device stayed the same. Why? Because it worked on the standard test subject, that is white, male, and healthy. This isn't a limitation of technology, but it is a limitation of who we bother to design for. Additionally, how many of you have ever seen a CPR dummy and noticed that they all look exactly the same? Almost like they're modeled from the exact same body that is the average male. Due to this blatant ignorance, women are 27% less likely to receive bystander CPR in public. And not because people don't care, but because they hesitate. Some of the cited concerns for this alarming statistic is that people often have feelings of discomfort or are often scared that they might receive accusations regarding inappropriate touching. But most of all is that most people are just unsure on where to place their hands on a human body. This major design flaw led to people choosing death over awkwardness. Now, let's talk about doctors and nurses, professionals who genuinely want to help. But even the most caring providers can carry unconscious biases. Studies show that Black patients are often more likely to be denied pain meds for the same symptoms as white patients. Women's pain is more likely to be labeled as emotional. Disabled patients are often not even given the equipment to be examined properly. And LGBTQ+ patients say that doctors often assume sexual activity, mental illness, and substance abuse, even if it's something simple like a common cold. These aren't special cases at all. It's systemic. And it makes you wonder, how many lives are lost not because we couldn't help them, but because we didn't listen? So what do we do about all of this? We need to recognize that this isn't just about bad devices or bad doctors. It's about redesigning the biases set in the bioengineering industry and understanding that there is no default human being, but rather every single person, regardless of gender, the color of their skin, or sexuality, should be catered to. As someone who wants to enter the field of biology, I don't want to enter a field where a woman's body is seen as an exception. I don't want to inherit a system where there are already silent prejudices set in place, and I come here to challenge them. I want to make sure that everyone can and will be accounted for. And when someone says the words, "I can't breathe," nobody hesitates to help them. Thank you.